Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Gitasha Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Monday, the 6th of June. India's NSG bid against Swiss support during PM Modi's Geneva visit. Illegal stone mining fueling war in Afghanistan, say activists. And a date exhibition in southern India marks beginning of Ramadan. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi sought to enhance bilateral cooperation with Switzerland during a day-long visit to the country on Monday. Switzerland backed India's bid for membership in the elite nuclear suppliers group.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi called on Swiss President Johann Schneider-Ammann in capital Geneva to deepen bilateral and multilateral cooperation. The two sides held delegation-level talks in which Switzerland promised support for India's membership to the Nuclear Suppliers Group or NSG.
Friends, India and Switzerland are share a commitment to reform international institutions in line with current global realities. In this context, I am thankful to the President for Switzerland's understanding and support for India's membership of the Nuclear Suppliers Group.
An agreement on automatic exchange of tax information to curb incidents of unaccounted or black money was also high on agenda. Prime Minister Modi also met with Swiss business leaders for partnership across areas including manufacturing and skill development. This comes after Prime Minister Modi called on leadership in Qatar to boost bilateral ties. In capital Doha over the weekend, the Indian Prime Minister met Qatari business community and sought investment in projects like smart cities, metros and urban waste management among others. India and Qatar also signed 7 agreements in various fields including infrastructure, skill development, health and finance. Qatar is also India's largest supplier of LNG requirements, accounting for 65% of its total imports last financial year. This was preceded by Prime Minister Modi's visit to Afghanistan, where he inaugurated Salma Dam along with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. The nearly $300 million hydroelectric dam project marks the latest symbol of Indian investment in its South Asian neighbor. During the visit, Prime Minister Modi was conferred with Afghanistan's highest civilian honor, the Amir Amanullah Khan Award.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, veteran American photojournalist David Gilkey and his Afghan translator Zabiullah Tamanna were killed while on assignment in southern Helmand province of Afghanistan on Sunday. Both Gilkey and Tamanna, who worked for American non-profit membership media organization National Public Radio, were traveling with an Afghan army unit when their vehicle was struck by a rocket during a Taliban ambush near the town of Marja, reports stated. 2 other photojournalists escaped unharmed. The area has been a conflict zone and heavy clashes continue between the security forces and insurgents. An international watchdog in its report has revealed that Afghanistan's 6,500-year-old lapis mines are driving corruption, conflict and extremism in the country. Lapis mining was outlawed last year by the Afghan government, but the mines now lie in a lawless region controlled by warlords and insurgents. A report.
Afghan government's ban on lapis lazuli mining last year might have put many traders' business in jeopardy. Most of the lapis traders are out of jobs and others are surviving on the stones collected before the ban. But due to the rampant corruption and poor security facilities, The Lapis mines, which are situated mainly in Badakhshan province, is now in the hands of warlords and insurgents and funding the conflict in the country. According to a report by Global Witness, an organization that investigates corruption and environmental degradation in the exploitation of natural resources, Taliban and other armed groups are earning up to $20 million a year from Afghanistan's bluestone mines. The mining area is also a strategic priority for the so-called Islamic State, the report has stated. The organization has also accused many Afghan political leaders of profiting from the illegal mining.
The situation at the moment is you have a real illustration that there is competition among armed groups for this resource. And what that does is it creates the ideal conditions for an insurgency to flourish. Everyone's got an interest in there being a little bit of conflict. Everyone's got an interest in the government being essentially a hollow shell.
Carter also warns that unless the Afghan government acts quickly, these mines represent not just a lost opportunity, but a threat to the future of the whole country.
One soldier was killed and thousands of people were evacuated after a massive fire broke out at one of Sri Lanka's biggest ammunition dumps on Sunday. According to latest report, residents who were evacuated from nearby villages started returning home on Monday after the fire was brought under control.
A major fire triggered a series of explosions at one of Sri Lanka's largest ammunition dumps where the army stored heavy weapons. While one soldier was charred to death, 5 persons sustained injuries. The explosion at the army camp at Salava, 20 miles east of capital Colombo, forced all residents within 3 miles radius of the complex.
බොල්ලුකොට කියන ප්‍රදේශේ එහෙට ගිහිල්ලා මායි වයිපුයි ওই හයි ලෙවල් පාට එනකොටම තමයි එක පාට නිකන් දුමක් වගේ දැක්කා. පස්සේ එක පාට සද්ද දෙයක් වගේ ආවා. පාර පොඩ්ඩක් විතර ඉන්නකොට මේ කට්ටිය කෑ ගහගෙන එනවා. පස්සේ අපි ඒත් ටික පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා ඉන්නකොට හමුදා නිලධාරීන් ඇවිත් කිව්වා මේ එහෙම පිපිරීමක් පොඩ්ඩක් අයින් වෙන්නේ කියලා. අපි පාර පොඩ්ඩක් අයින් වෙලා කිලෝමීටර් දෙකක් විතර දිව්වා.
Rocket-propelled grenade or RPG shells and shrapnel were spotted in the middle of a road. The cause of the fire is not yet known, even as the government has ordered a probe with police's crime investigation department. Firefighters battled through Sunday night to douse the flames.
Museums take us to an era back in time. In India, an antique collector is harping back to the country's history through transport vehicles.
Automobile enthusiasts in large numbers are making way to the Heritage Transport Museum in India's northern Toru district. Founded by Tarun Thakral, an antique collector, the museum boasts of a rich collection of cars, vintage buses, motorbikes, auto rickshaws and carriages. Thakral, a hotelier by profession, has been collecting objects of transportation for the past 22 years.
Okay, this is India's first transport museum. It's been made by passionate people. What you will see here, you see this in international museums.
A 1932 Chevrolet Phaeton, a 1938 Ford and a 1934 Buick are among the yesteryear beauties that have caught the fancy of the visitors.
First time देखा है, ये लाइफ का first experience है कि इतने करीब से छूकर उन कारों को देखा है.
The antique is not only reviving museum culture but also giving a glimpse of the country's rich automobile history that has evolved with time.
Muslims across the world on Monday began observing the holy month of Ramadan. And with Ramadan comes varieties of dates that observers break their day-long fast with. An exhibition in southern India displayed varieties of dates from different parts of the world.
A 10-day-long exhibition with more than 120 varieties of dates is being held in southern India's city of Coimbatore to up the festive fervour in holy month of Ramadan. The sale cum exhibition of the dates has been organized by a private firm. Visitors are attending the event in large numbers to see the huge range of dates available for sale.
நான் இங்கே நிறைய இடத்துல போய் பார்த்தேன். ஆனால் எங்கேயும் எனக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு பிடிச்ச இடம் கிடைக்கல. இங்கே தான் ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு பிடிச்ச இடம். ஒரு நிறைய வெரைட்டிஸ் வச்சுருக்கு. அதில் ஒரு 100 வகையான டேட்ஸ் இருக்குது. அது பிடிச்சது இங்கே தான் பிடிச்சிருக்கு. இப்போ நான் நேற்றுலேருந்து சுற்றிட்டு தான் இருக்கிறேன். ஆனால் இன்றைக்கி தான் கிடச்சிருக்கு. பேரிச்சம்பழம் நல்லா.
Dates from various countries like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Oman, Qatar, Algeria, UAE and more have been imported for the 10-day-long event, including varieties such as Khudri, Safavi, Kalmi, Sagai and Mabroom. Ramadan is the 9th and the holiest month in the Islamic calendar when Muslims exercise self-restraint and fast from dawn to dusk. They have 2 meals, one before dawn and other after dusk, known as Sehri and Iftar respectively.
Women across the globe are fast learning self-defense techniques to become self-empowered. Training camps are being organized by the government in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province for schoolgirls.
Self-defense training is becoming increasingly popular among girls in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Martial arts training camps for girls are being organized in Kathua district of the province. More than 1,200 girls are receiving training in various techniques of self-defense. They are also being educated about the laws related to women's safety and protection.
ये बेसिकली इसी एंटी सोशल एलिमेंट्स के खिलाफ लड़ने के लिए ही है और जिस तरह हमें सिखाया जा रहा है तो हमें ये एक बहुत ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस प्रोवाइड करता है कि किस तरह हमें गाड़ी में बैठो अपना बचाव खुद कैसे करना है, कैसे हमें रोड पे जा रहे हो तो हमें रोड पूरा प्राउड फील करके रोड पे जाना है, सैड होके या फिर डर के नहीं जाना है.
Trainers believe that women in general are least associated with martial arts training that add to the element of surprise for the attacker, which becomes their greatest weapon of defense in case of danger.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India's NSG bid gets Swiss support during PM Modi's Geneva visit. Illegal stone mining fueling war in Afghanistan, say activists. And a date exhibition in southern India marks beginning of Ramadan. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.